It's an interesting read. Good news if you like smoking marijuana recreationally. Bad news if you want it for medical reasons. Marijuana, one of the key ballot issues that voters determined across the country last night. And for more on the issues you might have missed, obviously we're all counting who is going to control the Senate, either nationally or even statewide. Break down, Andrew, some of the ones that stood out to us.
Well, I want to start locally, and surprisingly, Rich, ballot measures did pretty well in our region last night. Voters in New York okayed an independent redistricting commission to draw congressional and state level district boundaries. Also approved electronic bill distribution among lawmakers in Albany, the sexiest topic on the ballot last night. And a bond measure also passed that could provide up to $2 billion for school improvements. And two measures were approved yesterday in New Jersey, one allowing some criminal suspects in the Garden State to be held without bail, the other allowing some corporate taxes to be used to preserve open space. I get it, not exactly scintillating stuff. The issues get more interesting elsewhere. Recreational marijuana use passing in Oregon, Alaska, and D.C., though Congress may step in and block it in the nation's capital. Medical marijuana was rejected in Florida. It needed 60% of the vote to pass. It only got 58%. Voters in Washington state approved expanded background checks for gun sales. They also defeated a competing measure that would have blocked expanded background checks. Voters in 4 states approved increases to the minimum wage, but interesting, check the states out. They're all very Republican, and they all voted very Republican yesterday, even as voters approved the minimum wage hikes. Voters in Colorado and South Dakota rejected so-called personhood amendments that would have all but banned legal abortions, though Tennessee passed such a measure. Split votes on sugary drink taxes in California. The tax was approved in Berkeley but rejected in San Francisco, first in the nation in Berkeley. And finally, Massachusetts voters rejected a measure that would have repealed the state's casino law and essentially closed most of the casinos in the state. Rich?
Minimum wage. The governor mentioned it last night.
In red states, passing in red states.
And it's passing in red states. You think it's going to happen in New York?
If it does, I sure hope it has some exception for first-time jobs for inner city and other youths who need that first rung on the job ladder to learn what a job is about and the discipline of a job. That is needed in order to make any minimum wage effective.
See, I look at those votes and I see voters going with Democratic issues but not going with Democrats. There was a branding or a labeling problem for a lot of voters in the election last night. It's like when we talk about Obamacare and we unpack some of the things that are in it. People say they like them, they support it, but when it's got the Obamacare brand on it, they reject it.
And Dominic, I never thought, well, I guess you go back 5 years and you said gay marriage would be a political winner, right? And even candidates would, that's a positive for them in certain ways, sexual. I never thought legalizing marijuana would fly here. It looks like people get behind the curve if they don't want this. Now, the governor clearly is not comfortable with this. You don't have to read between the lines. Do you think we're going to see this as law sooner than later?
I'm the wrong guy to talk to on this because I feel strongly that it should not be the law of the land or passed in any state. I believe in, when you look at the negatives of legalizing marijuana, those are my concerns. But with that said, it appears that it's almost a done deal nationally. It's a trend that's sweeping the country, and it looks like it may, I don't know with Cuomo and talk of 2016, that it may be headed to New York.
Dominic, I disagree.
You disagree?
First of all, I disagree with you on the merits, but second of all, the 4 states that have passed marijuana legalization and D.C. have done it all via referendum. No sitting legislative body has voted to approve recreational marijuana use. I'm not so sure that it's going to happen anytime soon. Certainly not in our area.
I hope you're right.
Certainly not in our area.
I hope that you are correct.
None of the 3 governors or the legislatures in our region particularly want it. Voters may, but there's no referendum in our region. I think it's got a chance in places where there's referenda, but other than that, I think it's going to be a while.
Not going to happen here in New York. You watch the way the governor handled medicinal marijuana so carefully, restricted it so much, it goes against his basic Queens County principles.
Gentlemen, thank you all very much. I appreciate it. Now, we're going to have a little more. When I come back, I'll have a look at some of those election results in the Hudson Valley when we return. Stay with us.